Speaking again with Lori Berger of EBMC about multifamily housing and commercial property management. And the question I have for you today, Lori, is when an owner is considering changing property management companies, when they're thinking of moving their portfolio from one company to another, I would think there's a natural reluctance due to relationships that have developed, a fear that the current staff and the current vendors who service the property are going to be terminated. Do you help with that transition?
It's really a great question, and yes, we do. It's oftentimes a owner of multiple properties or even one property. They have that fond relationship with the on-site team, the management team. And while the property may not be financially performing well, the owner may not want to move the property for fear that they may lose their beloved manager and, effective maintenance person. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that EBMC does early on when we're approached by an owner of property is we discuss with them, what are their feelings about the staff? We are capable of taking on the entire staff if that is the owner's goals. Certainly we will review with the owner what their goals and objectives are, and as well as screen the employees. We will look to make sure that there aren't felonies and those kinds of things. And if those things come up, we will discuss those on a one-on-one basis with the owner. Mm-hmm. We'll look at the vendor contracts, and a lot of times an owner will have a great experience with a landscaper or a mechanical engineer or whatever, and we will retain those individuals on the property as long as they have the appropriate licenses, insurance, they provided the additional insured endorsement so that the owner and the managing agent is protected. And as long as those things are in place, we will continue with the on-site management team as well as the vendors.
Will you sometimes, perhaps, if needed, as you see fit, if he wants to keep, say, Charlie the maintenance man, but maybe Charlie wasn't performing as good as he could, you might provide a little new direction for Charlie?
Yes, and we won't want to forget that. EBMC has EBMC University, and that's a training arena for our staff. And in that location, we have training videos for the staff, and we offer one-on-one training as well. And a perfect example, you've got a maintenance person on site, and he's been there for many, many years, but he's lacking in skill in a given area. And yes, we will work to either educate them with other staff members from different properties, or we might suggest some formal training for them. But if you got a good maintenance person or any staff, be it a manager or leasing person, we will work with them to train them and make them effective in their job.
So basically what I hear you saying, Lori, is you consider the owner's wishes regarding current staff and current vendors, and then you work within that boundary to make them as effective as possible. This is not the old White House Travelgate office situation. This is where you're going to come in and clean house. You come in and you make this thing as effective as possible, and you can do it with or without existing staff and vendors.
That's exactly right, and you've said it appropriately, exactly. We will work with the owner and to achieve whatever goals they have for their property, including their staff.
Okay. I'm learning more and more from you each day, Lori. I look forward to our next visit.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Carl.